Hi, I'm Steve Lupian. I'm the chairman of the board of Intersect, and I'm a professor at the University of Wyoming and the director of the University of Wyoming Center for Blockchain and Digital Innovation.
Hello, my name is Jared Maroney and I'm the COO of IOG and I'm one of the board members of Intersect.
My name is Adam Rush. I'm a teaching assistant professor of information sciences at the University of Illinois, and I serve as a member of the board of directors for Intersect MBO.
So my name is Kavin Dakaria and I serve as a community elected board member at the Intersect.
That's actually a great question, because I think a lot of people would want to participate in the board for a number of different reasons. I'm a true cheerleader of this industry, and my background is governance and new business and new product development. So that's the skill set I think I bring to the board, is just the way I think is around organizing for effectiveness. But we have other members on the board who are more technical or have other skill sets. So really, I think the most important thing that I think you need to bring to a board seat is a willingness to move whatever organization you're working with, in our case, Intersect, a willingness to want to leave the community and Intersect in a better place than you came.
Advocacy is very important. As a member of the board, I bring my experience of working with the community from IOG working on the node. That brings a perspective of one of the biggest builders in the ecosystem, but also through the work that I've done, I've worked with a lot of community members, other builders in the ecosystem, and I can bring the understanding of what they want to see happen, to make sure that projects are funded, that people's voices are heard, that we're doing things in a manner that the community want. So I bring my own experience the same way that Adam does in terms of community advocacy, and that's a really important part of the role for me.
I think that as a board member, it's really important to find that balance between keeping the organization afloat, making sure that the organization is functioning properly, but also listening to all of your stakeholders. One of the things that's really surprised me about the last year that I've been involved on the board is just how much we've had to do to be there for the community and make sure that they know that our organization is going to help with Cardano's governance system. Cardano's governance is very young, and our job is to help to bring people together to discuss the ways that we can make it better. And so, it's really a hands-on job, but one that I think that we can help with.
I think the most valuable contribution would be to become a listening ear, especially as a community elected board member. I think that was one of the things that I personally really looked upon during my tenure as a board member. It's just that when you become a listening ear for the community, because it's such a large community and it's very diverse, I think having a good listening ear is really, really valuable.
I came aboard Intersect when it was a nascent, brand new business. And frankly, to see how much of it's evolved and developed over the past year has been incredible. So I think my skill set of governance and new business structuring, I'd like to think that it helped in these formative years of Intersect get where it is today.
I'm an operational leader, and one of the challenges when you're an operational leader is you want to operate, you want to do things. As a board member, you have to be strategic, so you can't always, I find there's a conflict sometimes where I need to be strategic, but I want to help the team out. And I have found the right balance with that, of supporting the executive team at some operational matters, while also being strategic. And I think that's important to recognize that there's that that balance that you need to have, to be careful about it, so you empower the executive leadership, but you also support them in areas that they need help with. The executive team at Intersect have done a great job. I think that in the first few years of when you're forming, and Intersect is only a year old, you do need some support to kind of get up on your own 2 feet and to become better. And I've been very mindful of empowering the executive team, but also supporting them where they need that support.
I think that each of our board members have different skills that they bring to the table, and so keeping in mind that everybody has their part to play is important. My colleague Steve Lupien, our chairman, is just a wealth of knowledge for institutional stability, and so he comes from a background where he's been on Fortune 500 boards. He's much further along in his career in the academy than me, also as a professor. And the fact that he can come in and bring all this experience for our organization is essential. But I would say that I have much more of a closer connection to the community that he does. So I'm able to go and talk with the members of the community and bring their concerns forward, and we can sort of work together with the other members of the board, and each one can bring their own unique perspective, and being able to listen to each other and put those things together along with our staff, and making sure that everyone is able to play to their strengths is important.
I think during my time at the board, one of the most challenging things that I saw was to being able to balance the community sentiment with the board level decisions and things like that. So I think as a decentralized organization as well, Intersect MBO being with the community, we represent the community. So therefore being able to become, like I said earlier, listening ear, but also at the same time taking the community input and being able to take that into consideration with the decisions that you take, that was quite challenging. But also being able to do that was quite useful when we're taking decisions for the long run.
Well, first of all, I really do think this community is its people. And what I'm really proud of is meeting and engaging with this membership community, the D-reps, the members, the Cardano folk, just the, across this ecosystem, there are just passionate people that love what they're doing, and quite frankly, I find that energy infectious. So I really enjoy that part of working with this community, is just how lively and vibrant and how positive thinking it tends to be.
Well, I'm very proud of the fact that we have been through a very exciting 12 months as a board. We've gone from an organization that only started in January 2024, and here we are in 2025, where we have achieved something which is very unique in any ecosystem, where we have a treasury that's funding the projects for a large number of members of an ecosystem. Has it been easy? No. Could we have done it better? In hindsight, yes, but it's there and we've done it. I think that I've been a very big supporter of the executive team along with my board colleagues, and we've worked with the community, we've made mistakes, we've learned from them, and I'm proud of what we've achieved right now, and I'm very proud of my fellow board members and how we've all kind of worked together in a very collaborative way, and I'm looking forward to how we can make Intersect better and better in the years to come.
One of the things I'm most proud of on my time as the board is just being an advocate for the community. I brought up right away when I joined the board that I wanted to see more active participation from the community elected board seats, and that I felt like we needed to look at ways that the Intersect Steering Committee could have more access to the board, and look at ways that we could expand the board beyond just having 2 elected community members. And I'm really happy that the rest of the board was eager to work with us on that. And so this fall we're going to be having election for 4 community members now. So that'll make it a majority member elected board. And so that's, I think, probably the thing I'm most proud of.
One of the things that I'm proud of during this time, during my tenure, is the fact that being able to shape a pathway where there was none. So as a very new organization, Intersect, during the past just over a period of 1 year, we were able to guide the community in a way that they felt included, and also being able to do things that were not done before. Some of the things that we did were never done anywhere in the world. So being able to set up a constitution and also being able to guide throughout the process of having the first treasury withdrawal elections taking place, I think that whole process, the work that was put into it and that entire journey, I think that must be my proudest moment.
The advice I would give for anyone who wants to run for the board is to think about what your background and what your skills can give the organization. So, look at what the organization does and how you fit in with it, and sort of say like, hey, these are the areas where I can contribute, and this is what makes me able to also listen to other people with other skills to be able to contribute my skills to them. Because it's not just about what you can do, it's about how you can make other people better.
It's not an easy job. I mean, it's a sacrifice, it's a vocation. I think that people who do it, what I would like them to be is to be fully engaged in the role. It's very important that they are. I don't think that you should take this role and think it's going to be something easy or short term or whatever it is. It's a serious commitment, and all of us as board members, we have high standards we expect from each other in terms of commitment, in terms of delivery, in terms of working to make Intersect better. And I want to make sure that whoever else comes on board has the same things in mind.
I think the advice that I can give someone who's planning on running for the board elections, upcoming board elections, to become a board member at Intersect is to have a sense of community involvement in your heart. Because this isn't a board seat that you come to dictate. It's a board seat that actually serves for the community. Therefore, have humility and strategic thinking, you will need it. And being able to, like I said at the very start, become a listening ear, especially when you're coming to the board elections as a community elected board member. I think being able to listen to the community, being able to navigate with varied voices, varied opinions, and being able to be humble and being able to be calm in situations, and at the same time also taking tough decisions for the betterment of the ecosystem. So I think someone applying this year, if you think that you have this capacity to do it, please go ahead and apply, because I think we do need diverse voices even at the board level. And also, one thing I will tell you, it's a very rewarding experience for you as a person as well, because this isn't like how you would work in a normal board environment, because you're working in a decentralized environment where you're listening to all sorts of diverse voices, like I said. So therefore, I think it's a very, very good experience. But at the same time, when you're applying, make sure that you know that you're representing so many other people. This is not your voice. You are representing the community's voice. So therefore, when you're applying, make sure that you keep that at heart.
Look, the reality of the situation is we as an organization are not perfect. No organization is perfect, and this is an opportunity for anybody who feels that an Intersect could do a better job. Here's an opportunity to step forward and kind of put your money where your mouth is. You can either be part of the problem or you can be part of the solution. And frankly, in this community, there are a lot of differing opinions on things, and that's the board's strength. So if you're passionate about this community, then I think that's the qualification that you need to bring to the board, is keep that passion and come with the understanding that success means, moving this company and this member-based organization forward. And I welcome anybody who's willing to dedicate the time and their passion to join us.